The results of the recount are in. St. Louis Sheriff Vernon Betts came up short in his bid for a third term.
His primary challenger, Alfred Montgomery, won a close primary race last month, and then Betts went to court seeking a recount. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, was in the room when officials wrapped up that recount. Mark?
Recounts are so rare. The room where it happened was locked and curtains covered the windows, but by the time city election officials finished scanning all the ballots back through those tabulators, those curtains opened and computers started spitting out results that were almost the same. At the Board of Election Commissioners,
they're just basically pushing things through the scanner.
Restless moments for Alfred Montgomery.
There's multiple batches in here.
This recount in a razor-thin race could decide the fate of his young political career.
We are watching a recount here that my opponent requested.
What are you watching for?
So I'm looking to see if any malfunctions with the machines, anything whatsoever irregular when it comes to counting these ballots.
What have you seen so far?
It's just like watching paint dry. I'm just sitting here all day since yesterday, so this is day 2. Just making sure that, nothing fraudulent happens with these ballots.
Hours later, results were confirmed.
It looks like this is another victory. I will be the next sheriff of the city of St. Louis.
Incumbent Sheriff Vernon Betts came up at least 221 votes short. He could insist on a recount by hand if he coughs up 10 grand.
I can't predict, but my guess would be that this would be satisfactory, certainly to the court and probably to the sheriff as well.
The citizens of St. Louis have spoken. Now it's time to move our sheriff's office forward.
Hiccups along the way gave Montgomery's team some heartburn.
The numbers are off essentially by 80 votes.
Smudges in the scanner sent officials scrambling for a second.
You can see lines on the scanner as the images were going across. So when that was happening, the lines potentially got in the ovals.
With a 50-vote difference, we need to come out with a better voted counting system with the Board of Elections.
But the end result remained unchanged.
It's the exact same ballots we had on election day, shoving them through the exact same machines, right? It's the exact same tabulators.
We have a copy of one of those sample ballots here that was sort of spoiled. Maybe you can see how some of these black lines sort of smudged through or crossed through an unmarked oval. Officials assured us if something like this were to happen on election day, the machine would spit this ballot out and ask you, a voter, to clarify what you meant. Of course, in a hand recount, the markings here would also be obvious.